So let's work on these bullet points together now. For that, I'll again go back to my HTML file, and there on the unordered list for each plan now, not just for the highlighted one, I'll add a class to the, well, unordered list and call it plan underscore features. Of course, that name, as always, is totally up to you. Now I will grab that class attribute and add it to all unordered lists so that we style them all and not just one of them. And then I'll go back to the main.css file, and in there, I'll add my plan underscore features class selector. And now the idea here is to simply set the list style to none. You saw this earlier in the course. List style none removes the bullet points. Additionally, I want to get rid of all the margin and padding introduced by the unordered list. And with that, if we save this and we reload, this looks much nicer in my opinion. We can still clearly see that these are different features, but now they don't look like a boring, well, bullet point list. One thing I want to do though is I want to have a little bit more space between the items. Top and bottom, I mean, not left and right, that's fine, but they should have some space to the items sitting below them. Well, this can be achieved by simply going to the plan feature, so each list item, and changing the margin of it. Now, you could, of course, simply say plan features li to select a list item in the plan features class and set a margin of, let's say, 8 pixels top and bottom and 0 left and right. And if you save that, we got the desired style. Looks good to me. An alternative, which I will use, is that you assign a class to each of these list items to basically stay in line with the rest of your code where you also use a lot of classes. We could name this plan underscore feature, and of course this class assignment should now be added to every single list item. Again, this is kind of optional. You can of course use the combinator I just showed you. Using a class probably is a bit cleaner or more in line with your other code, but ultimately it's up to you. If you do use a class though, you simply set it to plan feature like this, of course, just using the plan feature class selector. Once you save that and save the HTML file too, you can again reload the page and see the same look as before. So this is the list styled differently. Now the button is another thing we have to work on, and I also want to change the style of my title and my price. So these are the things coming up in the next lecture.